Saturday को we'll keep a small, what you can say, farewell party. Friday Saturday खत्म. सीसाइड एडमिशन लिया? कौन सा? And they will see whether the documents are right or wrong. If your document is not right, then you will be considered as an open category student. So to be, after considering as an open category student, आपका मेंस का कैंडिडेचर एलिजिबल है if you are fulfilling the conditions of open category. That may be cut off, that will be age, that will be number of attempts, everything. हाँ, प्रीलिम्स में बाहर हो जाती. Yes, प्रीलिम्स में बाहर हो जाती. ऑब्वियसली प्रीलिम्स से क्वालिफाई नहीं होती ना. नोटिस तो सब गवर्नमेंट देगा कभी. पहले तो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनली राइट है कि रॉन्ग है वो आज कोर्ट डिसाइड करेगा. कोर्ट डिसाइड करेगा सुप्रीम कोर्ट में हियरिंग. इसी के कारण रिजल्ट हैज बीन पोस्टपोन्ड. अदरवाइज रिजल्ट शुड हैव कम ऑन 18th December only. For example, Maharashtra State Services in last year's vacancy has reduced 90 vacancies of last year's of belonging to EWS. इन्होंने cancel कर दिए vacancies. So obviously ये 90 vacancies will come in this year's vacancies. So we'll do the applied part here, and first applied part is your favorite, green revolution in India. मुझे पढ़ाना भी नहीं पड़ेगा, आई होप सो, मुझे पढ़ाना नहीं पड़ेगा ग्रीन रिवोल्यूशन, बट you will see it will be more like a hope only. The reason being green revolution in India and second green revolution. What do you mean by the second green revolution? So I am asking you, what is green revolution? GS का ही आंसर बता दो. What is green revolution? थोड़ा आवाज कम कर दो, इको ज़्यादा है. What is green revolution? Tell me GS का आंसर. You are from the state of green revolution. So tell me what is green revolution? Increase in food production, especially wheat and rice, with the help of high yielding variety of seeds. So it is a scientific program in which high yielding variety of the seeds and the other agriculture inputs such as irrigation, fertilizers were applied to increase the food production in 1960s in India, because ये paper 2 का है, it is 1960s in India. Fine. Most of the focus was on wheat and rice, though the other agriculture inputs, the other agriculture produces were also increased. क्यों? The reason is क्यों? famine आया ही नहीं इंडिया में after independence. That was drought, but it was not a famine. Famine is different. Famine मतलब भूखमरी. Large scale of population does not have to make India self-sufficient in the food production. क्यों? Because context. अब देखो ये optional का answer है. It is not GS का answer. Context is two. International context, national context. International context, most of the countries got freedom. Most of the colonial countries got freedom, and there was a large scale increase in the in the population. To meet this large scale increase in the population, there was need for increasing the food production. The colonial countries anywhere in the world did not focus on agricultural sector, and therefore this was needed. Second context, the international context, there was large scale, it was realized to Ford Foundation and Rockefeller Foundation that this is one of the biggest crises which may result into food insecurity and nutritional insecurity and with the poverty. So to fight this, we had to bring in the packaged program, ये words आने दो, packaged program, which is known as the Green Revolution. Started in USA when they started developing the wheat, then Norman Borlaug, wheat and maize in Mexico, and ultimately in the Philippines region there was focus on rice. Norman Borlaug was given MS Swaminathan and Norman Borlaug. Norman Borlaug ultimately won the Peace Prize in the 1980s for the successful implementation of the Green Revolution. यहाँ तक ठीक है. So India में context, India में तीन context है. There was large scale food crisis in India. क्यों? Because the initial 5-year plans, rather than focusing on agriculture, focused on industrial development. अब क्यों? Why on the industrial development? Because the Indian government was in the confusion state. There was large scale unemployment in India, and large scale unemployment का tool was industrialization. देखो GS के answer से थोड़ा अलग हो जाएगा इसका context. Large scale industrialization, and because there was the demand for large scale industrialization, थोड़ा खोल दो, धूप आ जाएगी. There was large scale industrialization, but large scale industrialization as per the study of Saini and as per the study of Bilkins. Ab who is Saini? Saini is a non-existent person, but naam use karne hai aise. Fine. Who is Bilkins? Bilkins is an existent person. There is no study which is Indian geographer isme. So we are creating someone known as Saini. Ab ये टॉपिक्स देखो, दिस आर सो ओपन एंडेड टॉपिक्स कि इनमें दुनिया भर की स्टडीज की है. सो इवन द एग्जामिनर डज नॉट नो वेदर देयर इज सच पर्सन और नॉट. सिर्फ मैं कहता हूं कि नाम अच्छी तरह से करो, अगर सही नहीं पता तो सिंह, देयर कैन बी n number of Singhs, fine. So as per the study of Bilkins and Singh, it has been seen that till the time agriculture revolution does not happen, industrial revolution is unsuccessful. And uska classic case study hai India, because it is the agricultural surplus which will create internal demand for goods. If you don't have high scale agricultural production, or if you don't engage in the agricultural production, then excess agriculture produce ke liye market hi nahi hota. Second, there is no domestic demand for goods, and studies have shown that till the time there is no domestic demand of the goods, country cannot be developed या developing nation. Exception है इसमें China. फाइन, इसमें एक्सेप्शन एक ही है चाइना. वो भी है क्योंकि डोमेस्टिक डिमांड ऑफ गुड वहाँ पे भी है. इट्स रिमेंबर इट इज़ द मोस्ट पॉपुलेटेड कंट्री इन द वर्ल्ड. ऐसा नहीं है कि डोमेस्टिक डिमांड ऑफ गुड नहीं है वहाँ पे, बट चाइना इज एन एग्जांपल ऑफ बोथ एक्सटर्नल डिमांड ऑफ द गुड एंड द डोमेस्टिक डिमांड ऑफ द गुड. सेकंड, एज अ फॉरेन पॉलिसी tool, the PL 480 program of USA was a foreign policy tool because India was highly critical of Vietnam War. Second, it was a foreign policy tool because the US का multinational companies were wanting to invest in Indian agricultural sector, and therefore India was one of the biggest market for their fertilizers and machineries. So ऐसा नहीं है कि फ्री में दिया USA ने हमें कुछ भी फ्री. there are no free lunches in the foreign policy. Green revolution was a foreign policy tool कि हम आपको देंगे. if you want to find, 2 साल we had to import food on the PL 480 program, right? In these 2 years, the Indira Gandhi had to face large scale insults in USA, fine, or in the world, and इतनी हम बड़ी बड़ी बातें कर रहे थे. we were going through war with Pakistan, etc. So why did India took? India was highly critical of Vietnam war. So USA वैसे ही गुस्से में था. It was about to create a problems in Kashmir with the help of proxy Pakistan. कल USA के ही एक प्रो इंडियन लीडर ने पूछा है USA को कि if you can kill an Iranian general, then why you are not killing Pakistani terrorist groups या अफगानिस्तान पाकिस्तान वाले रीजन में. उनको टारगेट करना इज मोर. आपने शायद वो न्यूज़ पढ़ी भी होगी, फाइन. सो it was a foreign policy statement in which India acceded to the US demand of opening its market to the agricultural machinery. And thirdly, realization that unless we don't focus on agriculture, therefore fifth 5-year plan में इतना ज़्यादा था. Remember, गरीबी हटाओ was the slogan of the fifth 5-year plan. क्यों थी ये गरीबी? गरीबी was because we did not focus on agriculture. And lastly, land reforms were not successful in India. Peasants had cooperated in non-cooperation movements, civil disobedience movement, and Indian freedom struggle, thinking that after independence they will be a major player in the agricultural sector and the free government will engage in land reforms. But that did not take place, and therefore there was crisis in Indian agriculture, and hence Green Revolution. Understanding answer कैसे लिखना है, क्यों लाया गया? International context and Indian context. Indian context में 3. अब space कम है तो don't write international context, but space कम है तो Indian context. 1, rapid increase in the population which was not met by food. Second, as a foreign policy tool, USA gave us the high yielding variety of the seeds as well as the fertilizer and farm machinery. And third, failure of land reforms, and therefore fifth 5-year plan में realization that industrialization did not occur properly because there was no agriculture. And this Bilkins is one of the biggest economists जिसने कहा था if you want industrialization to be successful, you have to first do agriculture revolution. And India is the only country in the world, मतलब major countries में जहाँ पे we focused only on industrialization and not on agriculture. China ने भी agriculture revolution आया in 1500 and इसलिए उसका industrial revolution is successful. Understanding? हमारे इसमें we did not have that much capacity. Fine. उसके बाद what are the positives of green revolution? ये तो सबको पता होगा. Increase in productivity or production of food grains. क्या या दोनों? Now because it is an optional का answer, you have to put it with data, production and productivity of the food grains. Second, income of farmers. किसका income? कौन से फार्मर्स का? बिग फार्मर्स, स्मॉल फार्मर्स, मार्जिनल फार्मर्स, एग्रीकल्चर लेबरर्स, वेज, क्या? बिग फार्मर्स. जनरली याद रखना पहले 20 साल में सबका इनकम इंक्रीज हुआ, इंक्लूडिंग द एग्रीकल्चर वेजेस. हमें लिखना है पॉजिटिव्स, हमें लिखना है नेगेटिव्स. फाइन, इट हैज इंक्रीज्ड ऑन ईच एंड एवरी एक्सटेंट, बट नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट अभी दिख रहा है. That is, there was increase in the farm mechanization. As there was increase in the farm mechanization, there was ultimately reduction in the employment. सबसे ज़्यादा employment reduction, 66% of the labor was displaced. I guess you are the only one from Haryana. Due to threshers. Due to threshers. Fine. And 37% was displaced was due to threshers, and 66% of the agricultural labor was displaced due to tractors over the period of time. 100 के ऊपर होगा क्योंकि there will be agricultural laborer who will be common in this too also. Fine. चलो ये positive, third positive. कैसे प्राइमरी मार्केट कौन सा?
क्योंकि सर अगर फूड एंड जो हमारा जो प्राइमरी कंज्यूमर है,
हाँ,
वो उसके लिए फूड एंड एग्रीकल्चरल स्टेप्स उसके बढ़ने की वजह से जो प्राइमरी मार्केट था वो स्ट्रॉन्ग हो गया. इंडस्ट्रियल
so it is known as forward linkages to industry became stronger. कैसे? फूड प्रोसेसिंग इंडस्ट्री नहीं बढ़ी. चलो, हेल्प इन इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन. किसका इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन? पंप्स, ट्रैक्टर्स, मशीन्स, फर्टिलाइजर्स. This should be your first point. Fine. Okay. It gave food security to the nation. So in spite of increasing population, food security, India became self-sufficient in the food in spite of increasing population. Positive sides, something more positive happened. How many states in India produce wheat? Does Andhra Pradesh produce, Telangana produce wheat? Yes? Was it there before 1960s? Yes. Your state produces wheat. Why it produces wheat? Because of Green Revolution. It is because of the Green Revolution the wheat producing India in wheat producing region in India increased. That is, there was diffusion of high yielding variety of seeds. There was diffusion of wheat. So major wheat producing regions say wheat went to peninsular India. Fine. Positives. Before Green Revolution, out of 5 people in India, 3 were below poverty line. After Green Revolution, out of 6 people in India, only 1 was below poverty line. That is, it helped in poverty reduction. It helped in generating export and foreign exchange reserves for India because of the surplus. And this surplus export, this is what is known as, अब मैं आपको एक technical word लिखाऊंगा. It creates investable income which can be invested, because ये surplus investable income है, surplus capital है which can be then invested in creating industrialization in India. Or can I say rural infrastructure on the overhead increased? बताओ. नहीं, और एक पॉइंट बताओ. और एक पॉइंट बताओ पॉजिटिव ग्रीन रिवॉल्यूशन का. That is, the PDS system got strengthened, or we can say, छोड़ो PDS system तो मैं इसमें लिखूंगा food security में. we can say the Indian agriculture started becoming more and more scientific in nature, and because India had to be, चलो बस इतना ही. नेक्स्ट, थोड़ा अब एग्रीकल्चर के बियॉन्ड जाओ, इकोनॉमिक्स में जाओ या फॉरेन पॉलिसी में जाओ. इंडिया के पास अब खाना है, वी आर नॉट डिपेंडिंग ऑन एनी नेशन फॉर फूड. सो कैन आई से फॉरेन पॉलिसी ऑफ इंडिया कैन बी डिक्टेटेड बाय एनी अदर नेशन? नो, we can be self-sufficient in the terms of foreign policy. That is, ये फायदा हुआ because we were food exporting nation. India became one of the major players in the terms of, नहीं तो imagine India being the president of नाम पर यहाँ पे भूख मरी है. It does not give a good idea. So, and last, employment generation. लास्ट देखो, कुछ भी पॉइंट नहीं मिला तो पॉवर्टी रिडक्शन, एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन, इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन, ये तो हमेशा होगा ही. फाइन, दिस वेर द पॉजिटिव्स. एंड टेक वन क्वेश्चन रिगार्डिंग ग्रीन रिवोल्यूशन. Social mobility, transfer of ideas, transfer of people, migration. हर कंट्री डेवलप होगी ड्यू टू माइग्रेशन. Chalo, take the question. Yes, it is there. Can I use any word from here for green revolution? It is an example of, it is not given here, but it is an example of possibilism, positives. And negatives of green revolution भी उतनी ही है. So it is an example of an stop and go determinism. यहाँ से कुछ words use कर सकते हो. It increased food security, nutritional security. It reduced the chances of famines in spite of this thing, and it also helped in world trade. India being an export, it also helped in setting up of numerous industries in India, resulting into improvement of quality of life and social well-being. Increased over the period of time, negatives में regional imbalances. Now why I am showing you? Because सबसे पहले सोचो, देखो what is in your syllabus. Green revolution and its socio-economic and ecological implications. Properly देखो syllabus. It is not just green revolution, it is green revolution and उसका socio-economic, society पे क्या असर हुआ है, and ecological implications. Fine? And with this background, take first question. Green revolution in India. Green revolution in India. Is said to be an ecological disaster. Is said to be an ecological disaster. Critically analyze. Critically analyze. 10 marks के लिए सिर्फ, क्योंकि ecological disaster है. Critically analyze only in the 10 marks. Second question. Green revolution cannot be said to be entirely successful, nor a complete failure. Not a complete failure. Critically analyze. Critically analyze. It is not complete successful nor a complete failure. Critically analyze. Third, ये 250 words के. This is for 250 words. It is not a complete success nor a complete failure. And see, I am reading the past year questions. If you have a past year question ka booklet, you can open the past year question ka booklet. Come to agriculture chapter. And हमेशा questions ध्यान में रखो. Questions बार बार वो आ रहे हैं. You are not going to read. हाँ ये बंद कर दो. You are not going to read any book. अगर पढ़ना है तो खुल्लर में से देख लेना. Because books में जो दिया है वही आपको दुनिया भर के notes में है. उससे marks नहीं आएंगे. We have to talk about in the optional का language. So 2016 का question, India has paid heavily for achievement of green revolution in the form of economic, social and ecological cost. As it is syllabus का है, 15 marks. Come to question number 2014 का paper question. In spite of various negative impacts of the green revolution, there is a demand for new green revolution. क्यों there is a demand for new green revolution? So what is the new green revolution? What is new green revolution? जिसको हम कहते हैं second green revolution और green revolution 2.0. क्या है ये? Whatever the mistakes we have learned from the first green revolution, वो mistakes को rectify करके that there is going to be the second green revolution. Fine. So what are the mistakes? Poor and landless or marginal farmers are not the part. We are now going to be the part. Second, what is the mistake? Mistake is there has been too much focus on high yielding variety of the seeds. And high yielding variety of the seeds, I'm asking you because you are from the state, is tall or dwarf? Dwarf. Yeah, dwarf. Because they are dwarf, क्या होता है उससे? एक सीड टॉल है, देसी वैरायटी, एक नई सीड ड्वार्फ है. उसके हाइट से लेना देना नहीं है. Yes, it is. Green revolution is directly proportional to the decreasing quality of the एनिमल रिसोर्सेस इन इंडिया. बिकॉज पहले देसी वैरायटी जो थी उतना ज़्यादा घास था एंड दे यूज्ड टू हैव लेस ग्रेन्स. नाउ देयर इज़ अ मोर ग्रेन ऑन द डॉर्फ वैरायटी, सो उनका वेस्ट प्रोडक्ट इज लेस. एज उनका वेस्ट प्रोडक्ट इज लेस, देयर इज नो fodder in India. As there is no fodder in India, India is the largest producer of milk, but it is not an exporter of milk. India is having the one of the largest population, 5th largest population of sheep, but it is no longer the major exporter of mutton. Fine? That is animal husbandry. हमारा आज का दूसरा topic. We are going to study green revolution, apiculture, sericulture, white revolution and livestock resources in India today and dry land farming. ये 5 topics हमें आज करने हैं. पहले 3 are very important. That is green revolution, dry zone farming and white revolution. I expect next year the question on white revolution. Why? Because Rashtriya Gokul Mission was launched. This year there has been a booklet released by Ministry of Animal Husbandry. Fine? So question number 31. Write about the prospects of rainbow revolution in India. Rainbow revolution is nothing but second green revolution in which the focus will be not just on the food production but on everything. Mutton, poultry, oil seeds, egg, it is known as a rainbow revolution. Fine? So rainbow revolution mein green revolution is concerned with agricultural crops. Silver revolution is concerned with agriculture. नहीं, that is blue revolution. Egg. Silver revolution is concerned with egg. अगर नहीं पता तो लिख लो ये prelims के लिए. Silver revolution is concerned with eggs. Pink revolution is concerned with meat. Pink is concerned with meat. White revolution तो पता ही है, that is Operation Flood, milk, white revolution. उसके बाद golden revolution और yellow revolution is concerned with oil seeds, oil seeds, oil seeds. Is for oil seeds. And in सबको हम कहेंगे second green revolution और rainbow revolution. It will be concerned with each and everything. फिर से क्वेश्चन नंबर 25 देखो, बहुत पीछे नहीं जाएंगे. 2002 का critically evaluate the dual impacts of green revolution in India. So green revolution definition. ये कल करेंगे हम, दैट इज लास्ट. एग्रो क्लाइमेटिक रीजन्स में एक एक रीजन को पॉजिटिव्स क्या है, उसके कंसेप्ट क्या है. ये जो एरिया स्पेसिफिक जो क्वेश्चंस दिख रहे हैं, दिस आर डायरेक्टली फ्रॉम द यहां से. एग्रो क्लाइमेटिक जोन्स ऑफ इंडिया. मेरे समय क्वेश्चन डायरेक्ट आता था एग्रो क्लाइमेटिक जोन्स ऑफ इंडिया, मीन्स एक्सेप्ट फॉर माय लास्ट अटेम्प्ट. सो हम सिर्फ इतना रट के जाते थे. अब यूपीएससी क्या पूछ रही है, इस रीजन को पूछेगी डिटेल में, इस रीजन को पूछेगी डिटेल में. सो देयर इज वेस्ट हिमालयन रीजन, फर्स्ट एग्रो क्लाइमेटिक जोन. किसके लिए फेमस है? हॉर्टिकल्चर के लिए. फाइन. देन देयर इज ईस्टर्न हिमालयस, किसके लिए फेमस है? बैम्बू, हॉर्टिकल्चर, फ्लोरिकल्चर. फाइन. प्रॉस्पेक्ट्स क्या है, एक्सेट्रा. देन देयर इज लोअर गैंजेटिक प्लेन, jute and rice. Gangetic plain, Malwa plains, Malwa plateau. This is Malwa plateau, this is Malwa plains. Fine. Bundelkhand region, Rajasthan wala region, Deccan lava plateau wala region. So these are what are the agroclimatic zones which we have made as, which has been made by Planning Commission. Fine. And which has been made on the basis of potential evapotranspiration by the concept of Thornwhite. सो ये कुछ डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चंस नहीं है, डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चंस है ये. सो इसलिए एग्रीकल्चर चैप्टर बहुत अच्छी तरह से करके जाना है, पहले 3 चैप्टर्स. टूरिज्म, एग्रो क्लाइमेटिक जोन्स, लक्षद्वीप, फिश एक्सपोर्ट, अंडमान निकोबार आइलैंड्स, इको डाइवर्सिटी. एग्रो क्लाइमेटिक जोन्स में इको डाइवर्सिटी भी आएगी. टूरिज्म एंड मरीन एक्सपोर्ट, फिश, ब्लू रिवोल्यूशन. डेफिनेशन, द पैकेज प्रोग्राम, द पैकेज्ड प्रोग्राम which was introduced to increase the food production with the help of emergence and diffusion of new seeds, with the help of emergence and diffusions of new seeds, is known as Green Revolution is known as Green Revolution. Known as Green Revolution. It was a possibilist approach. It was the possibilist approach. It was a possibilist approach to food production, as against deterministic and neo-Malthusian approach. As against deterministic and neo-Malthusian approach. Deterministic and neo-Malthusian approach. क्या कहा था माल्थस ने? Food production is going to stagnate and population is going to increase. So you are bringing the neo-Malthusian approach. You are bringing Malthus in this. Next, international context. First point, heavy food shortage during World War II. Heavy food shortage during World War II. And sudden increase in the population. Sudden increase in the population. Especially in the, can I write New World? नहीं, फाइन. देखो, न्यू वर्ल्ड मतलब अमेरिका, ऑस्ट्रेलिया, जिन कंट्रीज का कोई कल्चर नहीं है, कोई हिस्ट्री नहीं है. ओल्ड वर्ल्ड मीन्स आवर कंट्रीज, जिसका लॉन्ग कल्चरल हिस्ट्री है. इन द न्यूली इंडिपेंडेंट कंट्रीज यू डोंट राइट न्यू वर्ल्ड. हाँ, सदर्न वर्ल्ड है. और इन द न्यूली इंडिपेंडेंट कंट्रीज. Second, in the newly independent countries. Second, the fear that poverty and food crisis. वाईफाई का पासवर्ड डाल देना. शुरू हो गया. Poverty and food crisis will lead to end of human population. End of human population. End of human population. And third, high amount of malnutrition. High amount of malnutrition and hunger in Asia in mid-60s, in mid-1960s. In mid-1960s. इंटरनेशनल कंटेक्स्ट आप लिख सकते हो इन पेपर 1. देयर इज अ टॉपिक आल्सो इन द पेपर 1. पेपर 1 में भी ग्रीन रिवोल्यूशन आता है. फाइन, दो इट हैज नॉट बीन गिवन. नेक्स्ट, इंडियन कंटेक्स्ट. Indian context. First, negligence of agriculture in the initial 5-year plans. Negligence of agriculture in the initial 5-year plans, which resulted into poor agriculture as well as industrialization. Which resulted into poor agriculture as well as industrialization. उसी पॉइंट में, therefore the desired outcome of 5-year plans, therefore desired outcome of 5-year plans was not achieved. प्रीलिम्स के लिए मैं क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा हूँ, who coined the term green revolution? MS स्वामीनाथन, नॉर्मन बोरलॉग? William Gord coined the term green revolution. Norman Borlaug was associated with the green revolution in Mexico, and he is known as the father of green revolution, but the term was coined by William Gord. याद रखना. Who is he? He was the chief of USAID, जो आज भी काम करता है, यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स का एग्रीकल्चर एड डिपार्टमेंट. किसने पैसे दिए ग्रीन रिवॉल्यूशन के लिए? Ford and Rockefeller Foundation. Ford Foundation and क्या है ये? These are one of the biggest lending agencies. Means we can say something good is there in the world because of these two things. बहुत ज़्यादा पैसे खर्च करते हैं. Ford Foundation, established by Sir Ford, the owner of Ford Automobiles, and Rockefeller Foundation. So जितनी भी MIT वो सब में, या you go on the scholarship, it is generally given by Rockefeller Foundations. Right? Khan Academy is entirely run by Rockefeller Foundation's money. You know what is Khan Academy? Not KSG. You can go home and search on the YouTube what is Khan Academy. Right? It is for free education all over the world. जिसका copy है Unacademy. Unacademy is also a copy. The only thing is it has deviated later on. ये Unacademy Plus. पहले free education नहीं. The reason is you require money to run any kind of business. Second, realization that institutional support is required for growth in agriculture sector. Is required for growth in agriculture sector. Third, failure of agriculture and poor condition of farmers during colonial times and failure of land reforms failure of land reforms. In 50s and 60s, in 60s. ब्रिटिश टाइम में, पर ब्रिटिश टाइम में कॉलोनियल टाइम्स में दो थे, एक तो कैश क्रॉप्स का डोमिनेंस था और देयर वेर शेयर क्रॉपर्स, मतलब जमींदारी सिस्टम थी, सो कुछ फायदा नहीं होता था. एग्रीकल्चर एज सच सफर्ड ड्यूरिंग द ब्रिटिश टाइम्स इन इंडिया. फाइन, बट हम इतना पीछे नहीं जा सकते. नाउ यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड ये हम सब क्यों लिख रहे हैं आंसर में, बिकॉज हमारा सिलेबस कहता है सोशो इकोनॉमिक इम्प्लीकेशंस. हमारा सिलेबस नहीं कहता है ग्रीन रिवोल्यूशन, एग्रीकल्चर, सिर्फ इतना नहीं. इट हैज गिवन सोशो इकोनॉमिक इम्प्लीकेशंस. सो दिस इज व्हाट इज सोशो इकोनॉमिक इम्प्लीकेशंस. आई हैव प्रिपेयर्ड दिस फ्रॉम सोशियोलॉजी ऑप्शनल, इट इज नॉट फ्रॉम ज्योग्राफी ऑप्शनल. ये सब चीज़ें खुल्लर सब में नहीं मिलेगी ना माजिद हुसैन में. दिस इज प्रॉपरली फ्रॉम सोशियोलॉजी का बुक्स. नेक्स्ट, एंड सी बहुत अच्छे मार्क्स आते हैं इफ यू राइट दिस. नेक्स्ट, food, sorry, large scale hunger which required India to import food under PL 480 program, under PL 480 program, which was also used by USA, as a foreign policy tool. हम खाना तभी देंगे अगर आप वियतनाम वॉर का सपोर्ट करोगे, अगर आप XYZ करोगे, अगर आप मार्केट खोलोगे. दैट इज अ फॉरेन पॉलिसी टूल. फाइन, दैट इज इनफ फॉर द कंटेक्स्ट, इंडियन कंटेक्स्ट. फाइन, चारों एंगल दिए ग्रीन रिवोल्यूशन. The Green Revolution had two aspects. One, broad transformation of agricultural sector. In developing countries, and second, development of high yielding variety of seeds. The program developed with Dr. Norman Borlaug. Focusing on development of dwarf variety dwarf variety of wheat and maize in Mexico. Wheat and maize in Mexico. Comma. Establishment of International Rice Research Institute. Establishment of International Rice Research Institute. कहाँ पे है? Manila, Philippines. International Rice Research Institute, Manila, Philippines. And full stop. In India, Dr. M.S. Swaminathan focused on creating high yielding variety of cereals with focus on rice, wheat, maize, bajra, and oil seeds. So सबसे पहले याद रखना 2015 का क्वेश्चन है ये प्रीलिम्स का. Which of the following crops were under the green revolution? हमें लगता है सिर्फ wheat and rice. No, success उसमें ज़्यादा हुआ. But it was even in bajra. It was even in oil seeds. Fine. It had following components. First, high yielding variety of seeds. Second, irrigation facilities. Third, पेपर में ऐसे लिख सकते हो irrigation facilities, development of irrigation facilities under command area development program. You can write in short form also under CADP, command area development program. किस canal is commanding how much area? That is why it is known as a command area development program. For example, if the canal is going, it is commanding this much area, surrounding regions. यहाँ से feeder canal जा रहे हैं, यहाँ से sub canal जा रहे हैं. So this is what is the command area development program. Fourth, use of insecticides and pesticides. Fifth, land reforms and consolidation of land holdings. क्या फायदा होता है इससे? You already know. Consolidation of land holdings. Sixth, rural electrification. Seventh, rural roads and marketing. Are you realizing it is not just an agriculture program, it is a program for transforming entire rural India. Eighth, supply of agriculture credit, ninth, farm mechanization, and 10th, development of agriculture universities. Development of agriculture universities. Which is the famous agriculture university in your state? इलाहाबाद यूनिवर्सिटी एग्रीकल्चर के लिए फेमस नहीं। हाँ, तो का नाम क्या है उसका? गोविंद वल्लभ पंत यूनिवर्सिटी, एग्रीकल्चर यूनिवर्सिटी। वही जो गोविंद वल्लभ पंत के नाम पे जो है, अभी उसका नाम चेंज हो गया होगा। विच इज द एग्रीकल्चर यूनिवर्सिटी इन योर स्टेट? द बेस्ट एग्रीकल्चर यूनिवर्सिटी हिसार में, जहाँ पे 90% ऑफ द पीपल स्टडी फॉर यूपीएससी। हाँ, पूसा में भी उनका कॉमन ऑप्शनल है, उनका ऑप्शनल है पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन या ज्योग्राफी, सिर्फ 2 ही चलता है वहाँ। द यूनिवर्सिटी इज सो गुड कि पीपल टेक एडमिशन देयर फॉर गांधीयन स्टडीज एंड प्रिपेयर फॉर यूपीएससी। क्यों? क्योंकि एट 5,000 रुपीज यू गेट AC रूम, AC हॉल, AC लाइब्रेरी, एवरीथिंग, फूड, बेड, एवरीथिंग। JNU में जो होता है वही। सो अंडरस्टैंडिंग, मैं ये बताना चाहता हूँ दैट इज subsidized education is very much necessary for development of India as a country, whether it is JNU, whether it is, because see ऐसे मेरे बातों से ऐसे लगेगा आई एम क्रिटिकल ऑफ JNU, बिल्कुल नहीं, क्रिटिकल ऑफ लेफ्ट आइडियोलॉजी, फाइन, क्योंकि आज उसकी ज़रूरत नहीं, एक ज़माने में थी ज़रूरत, बट याद रखना JNU हैज़ गिवन अस मैक्सिमम स्कॉलर्स। कोई भी देखो, राज्यसभा टीवी देखो, लोकसभा टीवी देखो या ये देखो, उसमें JNU के ही टीचर्स होते हैं फॉर डिस्कशन, फाइन। फेमस यूनिवर्सिटी इन महाराष्ट्र, फुले यूनिवर्सिटी, ये सारी महात्मा फुले यूनिवर्सिटी एक्सेप्ट फॉर पूसा, ये जो बड़ी बड़ी यूनिवर्सिटीज़ है एग्रीकल्चर की, लुधियाना यूनिवर्सिटी इन पंजाब, ये सारी एस्टेब्लिश हुई ड्यूरिंग द दिस थिंग। कौन सी? यूपी में? छोड़ो छोड़ो, उसकी ज़रूरत नहीं है, फाइन। Benefits of green revolution. Benefits of green revolution. First benefit, it led to increase in the agriculture production. I guess ये components को break करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, क्वेश्चन कभी नहीं आएगा इस पे कि high yielding variety of seeds क्या है, you already know that. Benefits of green revolution. Increase in agriculture production. Increase in agriculture production. इसमें लिखो, in the initial 5-year plans, in the initial 5-year plans, agriculture had recorded negative growth rate. Agriculture had recorded negative growth rate. And therefore, there was food shortage. There was food shortage. one of the great barriers of increasing food production, one of the great barriers of increasing food production in the tropical regions, was फूड प्रोडक्शन कैसे इंक्रीज करते हो आप, क्या देखे, पेस्टिसाइड या फर्टिलाइजर? Fertilizer. So in the tropical regions like India, if you put more fertilizer, suddenly the plant ka growth shoots up. As the plant ka growth shoots up, it grows up to an unnatural height. And if it grows up to an unnatural height, it blocks the sunlight. Spacing between the crops is reduced, wind is reduced, and therefore ultimately the plant collapses. And there is no food grain production. इसीलिए dwarf varieties. Understand क्यों? Because green revolution पे question आपको interview में आएगा ही कंपल्सरी कि क्यों dwarf varieties? Because fertilizer देने के बाद the plant should not grow up to a greater height. Secondly, the plant should have more grains rather than leaves, and therefore dwarf varieties. Fine. Next time when you go to the outside, जब भी बाहर घूमने जाओगे या घर जाओगे तो देखना बानियान ट्री के आसपास, बरगद ट्री के आसपास, इट इज वेरी गुड, बट उसके आसपास कुछ भी ग्रो नहीं करता, because it blocks the sunlight. It does not allow the other plants to grow. Understanding? The same thing was used to happen in our agricultural crops also. Fine? In the tropical regions was that application of fertilizers caused unnatural height growth in plants, resulting into collapse, hence dwarf varieties were developed. This resulted into dwarf varieties maturing quickly, having more grain content, and therefore allowing multiple cropping. The challenge in this answer will be to reduce the length of the answer. So do it diagrammatically. Okay? Introduction of dwarf varieties so that more agriculture production, more grain content and multiple cropping. Bas. Fine. Therefore, don't write therefore, take case study. Wheat production increased from 23 million tons in 1970s to 93 million tons in 2015-16. कीप सम स्पेस, मैं आपको to 102 million tons in 2019. 102 million tons in 2019. Which state is the largest producer of wheat in India? UP. UP is the largest producer of state, followed by Punjab. UP is the largest producer of wheat in India. Second, diffusion of wheat and rice. Diffusion of wheat and rice. ये मेन हेडिंग्स में खुल्लर से ही ले रहा हूँ. Diffusion of wheat and rice to non-traditional areas. To non-traditional areas. To non-traditional areas. Red color are new regions, black color is the old region in both. वैसे राइस इज ऑल्सो ग्रोन हियर, बट इतना इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं, इसलिए मैंने मार्क नहीं किया है. That is, can I continue? Punjab and Haryana, Punjab, Haryana and Western UP, Punjab, Haryana and Western UP became major rice producing region, with the help of irrigation and fertilizers. With the help of irrigation and fertilizers. While wheat cultivation spread to, Maharashtra, Gujarat, West Bengal, Bihar, MP, etc. Again, as per Datta Sundaram, area under high yielding variety of seeds HYV, बस इतना ही लिखो, HYV seeds. एक बार कहीं तो लिख देना इसमें in full and then in the bracket HYV, उसके बाद HYV use करो. Increased from 1.5 million hectares during 1970-71 to 75 million hectares in 1995-96. Fine. Third, prosperity of farmers. As per Moore, the income of both farmers as well as wage laborers, increased and poverty reduction took place in India in spite of high population growth rate. Fourth, food security. The Neo-Malthusian approach failed. Neo-Malthusian approach failed as this miracle seeds, इन seeds को miracle seeds भी कहते हैं, बस keywords याद रखना, as this miracle seeds saved population from starvation and famine all over the world. Saved population from starvation and famine all over the world. Especially in Asia. Especially in Asia, where population increased by 60%. Where population increased by 60%. Fine. Next. देखो हर एक इसमें अपना एक डेटा है. इट इज नॉट दैट डेटा हैज टू बी टेक्निकल डेटा, बट कुछ ना कुछ पॉइंट, दैट इज व्हाट इज ऑप्शनल का आंसर, अदरवाइज इट विल बिकम अ जीएस का आंसर. नेक्स्ट, रिडक्शन इन फूड इंपोर्ट्स. रिडक्शन इन फूड इंपोर्ट्स, कॉमा, increase in exports, increase in exports. As per Dantewala, as per Dantewala और दंतवाला, क्यों फेमस है दंतेवाला कमेटी? इकोनॉमिक्स, रूरल डेवलपमेंट बैंक्स, RRBs, रीजनल रूरल डेवलपमेंट बैंक्स, दंतेवाला कमेटी, प्लस द डिस्ट्रिक्ट प्लानिंग कमेटी, पंचायती राज में दंतेवाला कमेटी. As per Dantewala committee, as per Dantewala, the Indian Planning Commission could now focus on poverty reduction, industrialization, because there is less anxiety of food shortage. इसी पॉइंट में राइजिंग फूड एक्सपोर्ट्स gave boost to agriculture production and employment, comma, leading to creation of diverse job opportunities, leading to production of diverse job opportunities, rising food exports gave rise to agriculture, it gave rise to employment, agricultural employment, comma, diverse.
Rising food exports gave boost to agricultural boost, leading to diverse jobs.
Gave boost to agriculture productivity, giving rise to diverse job opportunities, giving rise to diverse job opportunities, comma, increased profit. ये सब चीजें एग्जाम में अंडरलाइन करना. increased profit, and creating both internal and external demand for goods and services. For goods and services. Change the paragraph, but the same line. Goods and services. Change the paragraph, but the same point. Surplus agriculture production. Surplus agriculture production. Led to strengthening of backward linkages in agriculture. Backward linkages in agriculture sector. देखो ये technical point है. Agriculture sector is there. There is then industrial sector and then there is a service sector. Fine. Agriculture का कोई raw material अगर use होता है industry में तो it is known as forward linkage. Industry का कोई raw material use होता है services में, it is known as forward linkage. When the raw material of a subsequent mode of production is used for further production, it is known as forward linkage. It was always there. Fine. अब क्या हुआ? Industry का raw material, machines was used for agriculture production, tractors, threshers, etc. So इसलिए हम कहते हैं what strengthened is backward linkages in agriculture. Forward linkages was already there. Fine. Backward linkages was missing. Next point. Industrial growth. Industrial growth. Increasing farm mechanization. Increasing farm mechanization. Increase the demand for. You can take in the diagrams for diagrammatic form only. Agriculture machinery and tools. Fertilizer and pesticide. Third, agro processing industry. Textile industry. Vanaspati and ghee industry. घी तो बनता है फ्रॉम मिल्क, बट वनस्पति बनता है फ्रॉम प्लांट डेरिवेटिव्स. डालडा जो है दैट इट इज मेड फ्रॉम प्लांट. सो वनस्पति इंडस्ट्री को सडन बूस्ट मिला, याद रखना, बिकॉज देयर वाज सो मच ऑफ एन एग्रीकल्चर, यू कैन से रॉ मटेरियल अवेलेबल. फाइन. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट. Next, change in the attitude of farmers. Change in the attitude of farmers. It led to capitalistic farming. It led to capitalistic farming, and farmer became and the farmer became more market oriented, more market oriented. Increase in rural prosperity, increase in rural prosperity, comma, better nutrition, led to modernization of Indian agriculture, led to modernization of Indian agriculture. Next point. Increased opportunities for investment, increased opportunities for investment. कहाँ से पैसा आया? एग्रीकल्चर से. Increased opportunity for investment gave stimulus to expansion of domestic market, gave stimulus to expansion of domestic market, comma, non-farm industries, because agriculture surplus became potential, underline this word, पूरा investable capital, potential investable capital. And एक last point, there was large scale migration in the terms of both domestic and international migration, Example, migration from UP and Bihar to Punjab, and Haryana, and from Punjab to Canada. And you can draw this diagram. Why from Punjab to Canada? I guess you know that. Canadian government requested Indian government to send the farmers which have transformed India, and then hence Punjabi farmers were sent to Canada. फिर वो इंडियन हो गया कि एक गया तो फिर पूरी फौज चली गई. Why did Punjabis went to Canada? Because it is on the Canadian government's request. Canadian government wanted to replicate the same thing in Canada. Canada is a major wheat producing nation. And they wanted Punjabis, who were very hard working people, to come and settle in Canada and do farming in the regions जहाँ farming possible नहीं है. Mahindra benefited, Tata benefited, Sonalika benefited. Sonalika is a major tractor company in North India. Ferguson, Kirloskar, ये सारे benefited from Green Revolution. Sonalika tractors पता है? So the child of Sonalika tractors is 2001 का All India rank 1. 2001 या 2 का All India rank 1. हाँ, क्या कमी थी यही है. So IAS is not all only about क्या कमी थी. He wanted to work for development of a country. Chose Nagaland cadre. Remember, he chose Nagaland cadre in spite of being All India rank 1. He's posted in Nagaland. हाँ, नागालैंड जाना. अदरवाइज ही वॉज फ्रॉम दिल्ली, उसको यूटी कैडर मिलता. आई रिमेंबर हिम बिकॉज वही स्टोरी पढ़ के मैंने भी सोचा नहीं अब तो IAS ही बनना है. So that was how I came to civil services. दोनों है, एक्सपीरियंस, योर वर्क एंड इन्फ्लुएंस, तीनों काम करता है. डिपेंड्स अपॉन किस सिचुएशन में है. गवर्नमेंट नई नहीं आई है, क्राइसिस नहीं है, तो इन्फ्लुएंस. इलेक्शन से 1 साल पहले द बेस्ट ऑफिसर जिनको अब तक साइड पोस्टिंग मिली है उनको फिर डिस्ट्रिक्ट पोस्टिंग मिली. फाइन. Negatives. Tell me the negatives. Yes, बोलो. Areas, ठीक है. Second, water level, fertilizer increase, fertility of the soil decreased. क्यों decreased the soil fertility? Soil salinity. Income gap increased. Between whom? ठीक है. And then yes, that is, you can say only rich farmers could take the benefit. क्यों? क्योंकि inputs became costly. उसके बाद indigenous variety decreased. एग्जाम्पल दो मुझे. चलो छोड़ो. उसके बाद स्टबल बर्निंग, फॉडर, रिडक्शन इन फॉडर, हाई यील्डिंग वैरायटी ऑफ सीड्स. उसके बाद आंध्रा, व्हाट हैपेंड? unemployment rate increased. Chalo, what I wanted you to know is environmental problems, socio-economic problems. Bas. So there are two kinds of problems, environmental problems and socio-economic problems. Ab, can you write the first question जो मैंने दिया था? It is an environmental disaster, critically analyze. Fine. Health issues, pesticides, insecticides, more malaria, dengue का more आना. Why? Because it was based on irrigation, and irrigation के कारण waterlogging, so fresh water था वो, and that gave rise to a sudden increase in the malaria and dengue cases all over India. पहले नहीं था इतना malaria and dengue, but अभी इतना ज़्यादा है because there is so much water. Getting it? This is the health implication. And migration from Punjab, from XYZ to Punjab Haryana region gave rise to increasing regionalization, son of soil. As the agriculture production has decreased over the period of time, so it results into the socio-economic tensions between the Punjabis or the people from the local region versus people from outsiders. As people migrated from this local UP and Bihar, it resulted into brain drain in that region. Brain drains if outside migration se nahi hota. Who goes? The most capable person from Punjab, from Bihar and UP is migrating to Punjab and Haryana. Is he migrating with the family? Generally no. He is keeping the family there. So he comes, he does the work over here and sends money back home. Now, कौन है घर में? घर में there are two things: younger children, very old patriarchal family members, and women. अब younger children cannot do any kind of a decision making. So जो patriarchal family members है, वो और caste system, traditional घूंघट system इसको strong बनाते जाते हैं, क्योंकि उनके पास तो नई ideas नहीं है, उनको मुफ्त में पैसे आ रहे हैं, right? So this has resulted into the social degradation of the UP Bihar. As the social degradation of UP Bihar has happened, याद रखना, migration is not always good. Depend करता है कौन migrate कर रहा है. कौन migrate कर रहा था from UP and Bihar? Only capable people. कौन रह गया? Anti-social elements. It has resulted into increased crimes in that region. In the UP and Bihar region या किसी भी migrating region से. कौन रहता है जो जिसको कुछ काम नहीं है या फिर बुढ़े लोग. Fine. So it has resulted into increased crime. It has resulted into feminization of Indian agriculture. It has resulted into child labor, etc. These problems, and over the period of time, it has resulted into decreased rate of investment in these two states. सबसे ज़्यादा नुकसान हुआ है यूपी and बिहार को due to migration. You must be hearing Bihari is rich, but Bihar is not rich. Why? Because the Bihari does not stay in Bihar. Who stays in Bihar? Lalu and his gundas. Fine? Or gundas stay in Bihar. Understanding? So this is what happens when people migrate, and this is the same condition in Eastern UP. Western UP में नहीं है, but Eastern UP में. Fine? And as a result of this, it has resulted into religious tensions also. Because Indo-Gangetic plain was a cultural plain. याद रखना. हम optional का answer लिख रहे हैं. It was a cultural plain. That means in the Indo-Gangetic plain there was Indianization of Islam and there was Indianization of Hindu culture. इसका मतलब ये है, Islamic population used to follow some Hindu traditions and this thing, and Indians used to go to Dargah, put chaddar over there, put this thing. So this was always a region of cultural collaboration. But with increasing Saudi Arabiaization of Islam is happening nowadays. That is, Islamist people now look at Saudi Arabia for everything. They have forgotten that there was a Islam in India also. We have the second largest population. So क्या होते जा रहा है? पैजामे का length छोटा छोटा होते जा रहा है, दाढ़ी बढ़ते जा रही है, skull cap आते जा रही है. This is what is known as This is what is known as Middle Easternization of Islam. पहले इस्लाम ऐसा नहीं था इंडिया में. They used to wear normal clothes. तो यहाँ तक पैजामा नहीं पहनते थे. Now they say that it is in Saudi Arabia they wear, so that is what is the Islam का dresses. अब सऊदी अरेबिया में क्यों पहनते हैं, इसके पीछे कोई नहीं जाता. It is because it is sandy region. Fine. So if you keep on wearing long pajamas like India, sand का वजन से पैजामा नीचे. Fine. So over the period of time, this is what will happen. So burqa इंडिया में कोई नहीं पहनता था, वहाँ पे पहनते हैं because it is extreme climate. You have to protect yourself from the dust storm. You have to protect yourself from insolation, which is very high in summers. You have to protect yourself from the cold, chilly winds in the night. Day में hot winds. So whether it is Punjab, Haryana region, जहाँ पे कुर्ता पैजामा है even for ladies, no sarees, or whether it is the Saudi Arabia, जहाँ पे burqa system है. Understanding? So this is what is happening, resulting into. So what they have forgotten is, they have forgotten the basic idea of Sir Syed Ahmad Khan की study. पहले English सीखो, पहले jobs लो, फिर इस्लाम के बारे में सोचो. In his initial parts, क्या हो रहा है? वहाबी culture आ रहा है पूरे इसका. रिवाइवलिस्ट मूवमेंट आ रहा है, और जैसे रिवाइवलिस्ट मूवमेंट आएगा तो यू आर अ नेबर ऑफ सम पर्सन हु इज इस्लाम. अब वो रिवाइवल हो रहा है तो यू थिंक कि मैं खतरे में हूँ. आप रिवाइवल करोगे महाआरती करके, आप रिवाइवल करोगे, अगर वो एक प्रोसेशन निकाल रहे हो तो आप दूसरा प्रोसेशन निकालोगे, एंड वहाँ से इनसिक्योरिटी शुरू हो जाएगी. गेटिंग इट? यस, दिस इज हैपनिंग एवरीवेयर इन द वर्ल्ड. उसका वन रीजन इज टू मच ऑफ वेस्टर्नाइजेशन. There is no respect for other culture, but it is not happening in Japan. There is only one culture. ये problems कहाँ हो रहे हैं? जहाँ पे multicultural नहीं है. ये इंडिया की strength थी, याद रखना. India's strength was India was a multicultural country, and therefore we could survive. If the same thing happens for next 10 years, I don't know whether India is going to survive or not, but economy is going to collapse. Economy is going to collapse. So,
सर आउटफ्लो भी तो हुआ ना कैपिटल का, क्या जो पंजाब के लोगों ने कनाडा की तरफ और ऑस्ट्रेलिया की तरफ
तो हमेशा याद रखना, रेमिटेंसेस कम टू इंडिया. रेमिटेंसेस बहुत ज़्यादा है, इनविजिबल्स. तो इंडिया इज द लार्जेस्ट रेमिटेंसेस. रेमिटेंसेस आ रहे हैं बिना काम किए, इसलिए ड्रग्स का प्रॉब्लम बढ़ रहा है, इसलिए पॉलिटिकल इंस्टेबिलिटी बढ़ रही है. फाइन. सो फर्स्ट, सोशल इम्प्लीकेशंस. सोशल इम्प्लीकेशंस. सोशल इम्प्लीकेशंस. सोशल इंटीग्रेशन तो हुआ ही नहीं ड्यू टू ग्रीन रिवोल्यूशन. सोशल इम्प्लीकेशंस. Green revolution is a classic example of neo-determinism. Where nature can set limits. To human development. Neo-determinism is stop and go determinism. Nature can set limits to the human development. Green revolution is neither product neutral, comma region neutral, nor environmentally neutral. Friendly तो छोड़ो, neutral भी नहीं है. Nor environmentally or ecologically neutral. This should have been introduction, and then social implications. First, increase in regional disparities. The most benefited regions were the most benefited regions were Punjab, Haryana and Western UP in the north, Punjab, Haryana and Western UP in the north, and Andhra Pradesh in Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. In the south, in the south. They were already better placed. They were already better placed. Already better placed. And became more rich. Became more rich. Resulting into regional imbalances. Resulting into regional imbalances, especially in eastern India. Especially in the eastern India. Especially in the eastern India. यहाँ पे नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट्स, यहाँ पे पॉजिटिव इम्पैक्ट्स, रीजनल डिस्पैरिटीज, ईस्टर्न इंडिया. Can I continue? Second, increase in interpersonal inequalities. या अगर ऐसा नहीं लिखना है तो इंट्रा स्टेट इनइक्वालिटीज. Increase in interpersonal inequalities. As the larger farmers mostly benefited, as the larger farmers mostly benefited, as the larger farmers mostly benefited, it gave rise to more hierarchical, it gave rise to more hierarchical social structure, because the inputs were mostly taken up by, because the inputs were costly and therefore utilized only by big farmers. And utilized only by the big farmers. Case study. As per Vandana Shiva, who is Vandana Shiva? One of the biggest proponents of organic farming in India. इसके बारे में आपने सच सुना होगा, पेपर में भी 2 बार आ चुका है, नवधन्या। इट्स हर जनरली IAS ऑफिसर्स को 1 हफ्ते के लिए इसके और इसमें लबासना के बाद देयर इज 1 वीक ऑफ ट्रेनिंग विथ हर। एज पर वंदना शिवा, द प्रेजेंट सोशो इकोनॉमिक कंडीशन ऑफ पंजाब and Haryana, the present socio-economic condition of Punjab and Haryana, with problems such as drugs, alcoholism, and rigid castes and rigid caste structure is an outcome of Green Revolution. Is an outcome of Green Revolution. Is an outcome of Green Revolution, as the benefits were rigid caste structure is an outcome of Green Revolution, as the benefits were cornered by dominant caste. Benefits were cornered by dominant caste. Fine. जाट्स एंड जट्स, जिनके पास सबसे ज्यादा जमीन थी, उन्हीं को बेनिफिट मिला है। फाइन। सो यू सी नॉन जाट CM नहीं होता और नॉन जट CM नहीं होता। एटलीस्ट द प्रेजेंट CM ऑफ हरियाणा इज अ नॉन जाट CM, बट ही हैज टू सफर समथिंग। सो जब CM बिकम्स फ्रॉम नॉन जाट CM बनता है हरियाणा में, उसके पूरे 5 साल इक्वेशन सेटिंग्स में ही लग जाते हैं, रादर देन फोकसिंग ऑन डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द स्टेट। ही जस्ट फोकसेस ऑन अपनी कुर्सी कैसे बचाऊं, सो कैसे ये करूं, कैसे वो करूं। फाइन। थर्ड, increased subsidies, put heavy burden on the state, causing financial stress. So I'll stop here. We'll continue tomorrow. हाँ, मैं भी यही सोच रहा हूँ, क्योंकि मुझे लगा ये आधे घंटे में हो जाएगा, बट इसको बहुत टाइम लगा। So I'll give you tomorrow the notes. The only thing is notes में ये thought process नहीं आता, so you'll have to update the notes with the case studies etc. So I'll complete the chapter by giving the notes only tomorrow. Fine. The only thing is, चलो कोई नहीं,